Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.15.9 and giving my thoughts on the new main menu that is supposed to make Minecraft Pocket Edition look more like Minecraft Windows 10 Edition. So this update is it's a really small beta, but it is focused on making the menus look a little bit better, adding some more features and settings, and just kind of making, Minecraft Pocket Edition and Minecraft Windows 10 Edition even closer. So I'm just going to go over some stuff, give my thoughts on it, say what I think, and then you guys can leave your comments down below too, and just share your thoughts on this new version. So I'm going to start off with the settings page. It's kind of interesting. So it's going to start off with the touch controls because that is what I'm using. So you have your different controls here, and I like the way they tried to condense these options into these different categories here. So you have your touch controls, you have your controller stuff here. You can change the presets and stuff. You can change the buttons and whatnot. Same with the keyboard and mouse. I really do like the way they did this. Not so much down here. So let's go ahead and look through this. It's kind of a mess. This is, just really not needed, this profile setting. Not really needed, I don't think. You have your video settings right here. The way they changed the camera perspective, it used to be that little slider. You could change your perspective to make it, first person, third person, or whatever. This, I know it's just a beta. They can change stuff. They probably will change stuff, but that is kind of stupid. If you wanted to go down to third person front, you have to scroll down and stuff. It's not simple like it was before. You have to open up this stupid little menu here, scroll down to the one you want, and then select it. And I'm using a larger phone. I'm using a Galaxy Note 4. It's got the bigger screen, and I still have to scroll down to be able to view that. I haven't tried it on my tablet yet, but either way, it's not needed. Scrolling for this, it's just not needed. Having a little slider, that was the best way they could have done it. I said that in one of my videos, I think, where I said, having that slider is easily the best way you could change your view. Having that, so you just slide it over, so easy, so quick, because you usually don't play, like if you want to do third person front or third person back, you don't really leave it like that. That's something you use for like taking screenshots or pictures, whatever. First person is what 99% of the people play Minecraft in. So this is like something you just switch to really quickly. And now they just added this extra step, two extra steps to select that and scroll. It's not necessary. And I know I'm making a big deal out of something that might even be changed. Still, can't say I like this so much. And same thing with this down here, show advanced video settings. So something like changing my rendering settings, how many blocks are rendered at a time. That's something I do quite a bit. When I record, I like to have it lowered a little bit. And then when I'm not recording, and I can get better performance, I like to raise it up more so I can see farther down. Can't do that anymore. Well, I can, but I have to go through this. I have to do show advanced settings. I have to do that every single time, and I got to change my render distance from, whatever to whatever. I just change it from 14 to 8. Then I do that. Let's say I don't like it. Maybe, the performance isn't what I thought. Maybe, I thought, or maybe I lowered it too much. I want to change it again. Got to go to the settings, got to do the show advanced settings, and I got to do that again. It's not needed. It's just an extra step. I mean, you already have to scroll. This is something you didn't have to do really much before. You have to scroll to get to it, and then you have to select that, and it's just a massive waste of time. Not really sure what the real idea behind these two things are. It's not needed, and it's kind of just a mess. Again, it is a beta, so that could change in the future. This is really basic. They couldn't screw that up if they wanted to. And then you have your language settings. Now, again, it is a beta, but I can't really figure out why you have your language settings in there as well as here. It's like you have two different settings buttons. I would say to clean up the main menu, remove this button here and then go to the settings. But an argument against that is it's just another step. They're adding another extra step that's not really needed. So so far it's kind of a mess, and I guess that's kind of why they do these betas, so people can give their feedback. But some of these things, it's kind of obvious. It's not like they really needed a beta for this. It's just kind of obvious with some of these things, but it is what it is. You still have your skins page here. I noticed that button is kind of screwed up right there. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Let's go ahead and look at the worlds here. So I'd said this in a video before. I said that I thought this should be wider. The world view or whatever should be a little bit wider, and that's something they did. Highly doubt they saw my video, but it's something that ended up doing. Maybe other people had said it, and I'm glad they did. It makes it a little bit, better. It uses the screen a lot better now than it did before, where before it was just this tiny little box in the middle of your screen. It wasn't, all that good looking. So let's go ahead and edit our worlds. And this isn't a thing where, this part of the menu was in 0.15 already, but they didn't have like the new world screen or the edit world screen. That was still like the old version, but now they have changed that. So we open this up and we have a whole bunch of new options, and it's pretty cool. Now, again, they add an extra step. You have to scroll to get to things. It's just like, you didn't have to do that before. They just used the screen a little bit better. That picture right there is pointless. And I brought up using pictures before, of your world. That's not my world. That is just a random picture, and it's just like, why does that need to be here? What does it do? It doesn't do anything. Now, maybe it's just, that's a placeholder picture, and maybe what they'll end up doing is in the final version, like 0.16, they'll put, an actual picture of your world there. That would make sense. You can actually see it. That would be kind of cool, but that is not, my world. Don't know why it's there. So you have, all of your options here. You can turn cheats on, which I'm assuming will add commands. Maybe they did. I haven't even tried commands yet. You can change your difficulty, which is cool. Creative, survival, of course. Exporting worlds, that will be a thing, but it doesn't actually work yet. It looks like it did something, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe it did work, but I couldn't find it earlier. You have your multiplayer settings here. You can, change those. Again, extra step. It's not really needed, but it's also something you can change while in game. So that's not the only place to change it, but it's just an extra step. Why? It's just, it's categorizing it. Maybe they'll add, more multiplayer options in the future, but for right now, it just seems kind of pointless to me. So whatever, it's what it is. Deleting a world. This is, again, an extra step and just a pain that I don't understand. So I liked, and it was a few versions, it's quite a while ago, you could easily just go through and hit delete, 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 delete if you wanted to get rid of a bunch of worlds. That's something I do a lot because I do test the worlds that I add to Mod Locator for MCPE, so I'll just load them up, make sure that they work, and then I'd get rid of them. Now it's an extra step for me, and I know a lot of this is just, about me, and a lot of people don't have to do this. A lot of people don't have to go and hit delete, 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 delete over and over again. I do, and that's why I'm making a big deal out of it, because it's something I do quite a bit. So this new update just kind of affects me personally because of how, I play the game. So you have to hit edit, scroll down, hit delete again. That's just like, serious. It's just so many extra steps, before. And, I made a big deal out of this before when they added the delete button to the edit page. So you had to hit edit and then you had to hit delete. But I didn't make a big deal out of it because it's like they added this, edit page. You could edit your world and stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Now it's just like you have to hit edit, you have to scroll down, you have to hit delete, you have to hit delete again. It's like, it's not needed, and it's unintuitive, and I just don't really understand it. I liked before when it had the delete button up top on the edit page. I liked it even more when the delete button was right on this page. So let's go ahead and load the world up and just look at some of the stuff in game. If it'll load. There we go. So currently, right now, that's kind of redundant. Right now, the inventory is not actually updated, but if you go to Tommaso's Twitter, you can actually see that they are redoing the inventory as well. They're going to make it like Minecraft Windows 10 Edition and also add a search feature for the creative inventory. So that is pretty cool. I can't wait to get that because I do like that inventory. So expect that in 0.16. That'll be pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and look at the in-game pause menu. This is quite a bit different. There it is. So I do really like this. It adds, it uses the screen space so much better before. It's got their logo right there. You can see all the people that are on your world right there. And then you have your buttons here, which just match the theme and really look cool. You have your achievements, you have your save and quit, settings, and then of course, resume. Whoops. Let's go to settings. You do get a couple more things. So you have your more like world, settings right here. So you can see you can actually change to survival in game. I don't know if that actually works. Oh, it does work, except it gives you all the items you had in creative. It gives you 64 of them. That's pretty cool. But I do like that. It is a really cool addition. You can change stuff in game. It saves so much more time. This is a great example of them, reducing steps. Before, you'd have to exit the world, you have to go to edit, and then you have to change your game mode, exit out of that, and then open up your world. That's a pain. Nobody really wants to do that, where this makes it so much easier. You can export your worlds, of course, while in-game. It just makes things so much easier than it was before. You have your multiplayer settings right here, which makes sense. Overall, it's just the in-game stuff is so much better than it was before. This menu looks a lot cooler. I mean, they're doing a lot of great stuff in-game. You have your button up there in the center, your chat button, which looks horrible for the beta because it's got all the text in the way, but once all that text is gone, it won't be bad whatsoever. I mean, they're doing some awesome stuff in-game. Now, I can't really vouch for them on the main menu stuff in here, just from the main menu to the settings and stuff and all that. I can't really say a whole lot about it. It's just, a lot of it doesn't make sense. But in game, they did add some great features, and they added, and they reduced steps with stuff in the game. Unfortunately, as it is right now, of course, once 0.16 comes out, it might be completely different. But as it is right now, they just added a bunch of steps to daily tasks that just don't need to be there. And that's just the kind of the problem I've had with it so far. But it isn't, the biggest deal in the world. I mean, I do like how they finally made everything match. Before it was like you'd be switching between the new look and the old look because it just wasn't completed. Now it is completed and it all just matches. It looks as it should. And I do like that quite a bit. Here's a create the world, or create your world thing here. You can put your seed in. You can change from infinite to flat. They did remove the old world type, which is just a smaller map. They did get rid of that. So yeah, overall, I mean, I can't say it's a bad update, but I hope they do tweak a lot of these menu options and whatnot for 0.16 and make it so it's not so unintuitive like it is right now. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. What do you think of this new 0.15.9 beta? Overall, can't say it's bad, but I want to know what you guys think. So leave your comments down below, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.